Supplementing that previous graph is a breakdown of the types of injuries we saw during the course of the season. During the course of the season, we saw very few soft tissue injuries. And the reason why we look at these injuries is because these are the ones we can control and monitor. So in total, we saw a total of 9 soft tissue injuries throughout the course of the season for this particular squad. These are excellent results, and they confirm, or they relate particularly well with the previous data that I presented relating to the availability of our squads. All cases of injury fairly high during the off-season and during cycle 4, which is perhaps a bit of an anomaly. This observation is understandable, considering training volume, but the rest of it is fairly understandable and easy to follow there. So what may be the explaining factors for the low levels of soft tissue injuries? The first one, I'll probably suggest, is that the players are physically conditioned to withstand the loads of training. So the way we train our players is allowing them to withstand the loads, and you're seeing low levels of soft tissue injuries throughout the course of the cycle. Also, our monitoring procedures are also very tight now. So we're able to look at the loads, see the loads, and perhaps monitor or adjust the training if we think the volume of activity or intensity of activity is too high for our players. We also provide the players with individualised injury prevention programs that relate to their previous injury history. And the idea here is to try to control any factor that might help mitigate the reoccurrence of a previous injury. We also have a systematic program of core stability and core strength training, flexibility training, and also eccentric loading throughout the course of our training programs. So the idea is to get the players strong during eccentric actions to reduce the risk of muscle damage. So I highlighted the eccentric training element previously, as this does form a major focus of our strength and conditioning activity. We know from evidence from literature that soccer, by its very nature, the loading patterns of soccer, may result in asymmetrical development of strength about the knee joint muscles, which may increase the risk of hamstring injuries in particular. And this may be reduced by incorporating resistance training programs into the daily training routines of players. So we incorporate Nordic hamstring curls into the normal routines of all our players from under 21s right the way down through under 12s on a modified scale. So this is an illustration of the programs that we use throughout the course of the cycle. So in the first week of each mesocycle, we had the players engaging around 10 reps. And this is increased throughout the cycle until they're able to perform between 3 sets of 12 reps at the final stage of the particular cycle. In addition, we also incorporate the F11 into the warm-up routines of all our underage squads. We divide level 1, level 2, and level 3 into each stage of the warm-ups for the various levels of development. So players in the pre-pubertal stage will follow level 1, players in the pubertal stages, level 2, and players in level 3, post-pubertal, for level 3. And the focus here is having systems in place that allow the players to approach the pitch in a conditioned state before they engage in any activity on the training pitch. So in summary, my presentation has hoped to provide you guys with some information as to how it is we've tried to use science to inform the design of our physical training curriculum at Wolverhampton Football Club, our testing and monitoring, and our injury surveillance systems. I'd like to finish by giving thanks to some people who have been important to me. So the friends and colleagues in the Medical and Exercise Science Department at Wolverhampton Football Club, colleagues at JMU, and also Professor Thomas Riley, who was Director of Studies of my PhD thesis.
Thanks, John. We've probably got time for one really quick question, if anyone's got anything burning that they want to discuss with John quickly.
John, is there a relationship between your injuries that you get and the maturational status of the boys, especially between 14 and 16 years of age?
Yes, we tend to see more injuries around 14, 15, 16, around the age where peak eye velocity tends to be occurring. So we found over the course of the last 3 years I've been at the club that more injuries are around that particular phase. So we try and target those particular age groups with aggressive programs of flexibility work to try and impact any growth-related deficits in muscle performance that might increase the risk of such injuries.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks, John.